Bristol Toyota Pace truck in and with the call.
All right, ready to go off of turn number 4. Tim Bolduc looks the field over as they get ready to rock and roll. 45 laps on the board, and we're ready to go. Down into turn number 1 they race. Brittany Campbell up on the outside. Down low is Manny Dias, and give the advantage to the 8 of Campbell momentarily. Dias paddles back on the inside.
She's got a little help in the outside row from her Chuckrin Auto Parts teammate, but we've got contact up front. Dias and Campbell get into it. He's going to drop down the back stretch. The 0-2 skates out to the lead.
3 wide for second momentarily as the 0-8 of Murray gets kicked up out there. Gomes slides up onto the number 2 spot. He's got Ray Lovelace glued to his rear bumper as Campbell tries to hang on up on the outside.
Hedges down into turn 3. He's got a rear view mirror from the youngster Andrew Gomes off of 4. Josh Hedges continues to lead down into 1 and 2.
The 42 of Manny Dias backsliding on the top side. 3 wide down the back straightaway as they split them down the back stretch up front. Josh Hedges sets the pace. Andrew Gomes sits second. Third is Ray Lovelace, and here comes the 27 of LeBrun. Down on the inside, well, they're 3 wide behind him. Murray high and wide through turns 3 and 4.
It's a hornet's nest behind Charlie Rose as Charlie Rose continues to climb up the pack. He is in the 5th position now, down into 2 and down the back stretch.
Down to the inside, Gomes taking a look to the inside of Hedges. Hedges gets caught up top. Caution flag is out. 5 laps up on the board. Josh Hedges to bring the field down off of turn number 4. Andrew Gomes on the outside. Luke LeBrun, Ray Lovelace, row number 2, Charlie Rose, Jacob Burns, Brittany Campbell, Richie Murray, Chase Belcher, Bobby Pelland are your top 10. There's a green flag. We're back underway, down into 1, and look at Gomes hang tight up on the outside.
Down the back stretch, Hedges, your leader. Gomes right there, nose to nose, off 4 and across the stripe. Andrew Gomes to the lead across the stripe, down into 1.
Gomes up front, the sophomore out of Rehoboth, looking for his first career win, pulling double duty with the Pro Stocks this year, and he's got some competition coming hot and heavy. The 27 of Luke LeBrun right up on the back bumper. Here comes Charlie Rose up inside the top 5 as they go down the backstretch. LeBrun down to the inside looking for second.
LeBrun looking for second, going to take it by a nose. Off 4, Luke LeBrun to position number 2 as he tries to chase down Andrew Gomes down into 1 and 2.
Brittany Campbell back on the charge as she works underneath the 30 of Burns. Burns taking a look to the outside of Lovelace, down into 3 and 4. Rose up to the 3rd spot. Hedges back to 4th. Lovelace sneaks a peek down to the inside as they hit turn 1.
Down off 2 and down the back stretch. Andrew Gomes leads Luke LeBrun. Charlie Rose up to 3rd. He's looking for more. 2 winners here on 2025. Chasing down Andrew Gomes into 1 and 2.
3 wide for the 4th spot as Lovelace got a little bit loose, and Campbell and Hedges split him down the front straightaway. And look at Brittany Campbell go big on the charge down on the inside. She's back up inside the top 4.
Down the back stretch, Brittany Campbell 4th. Hedges runs 5th, and here comes Chase Belcher checking himself into that position battle as they come across the stripe.
Top 3 have broken away, and the lead has not been uncontested. The 27 of Luke LeBrun working the back bumper of the sophomores. They cross the stripe down into turn 1. Battle for 4th as the 35 of Belcher down underneath Brittany Campbell down the back straightaway.
Luke LeBrun all over the rear bumper of the leader, Andrew Gomes. They come across the stripe. LeBrun going to change his lineup, looking off of 2 down the back stretch. Luke LeBrun looking for the lead into 3 and 4.
And while they battle there, the battle for 4th is really heating up. You've got the 38 of Connor Souza all over the back bumper of the 35. Sneaks a peek down to the inside. 3 wide down the back straightaway for 4th down into 3 and 4.
Give the advantage to Belcher by a nose. Campbell there and Souza coming. They continue 3 wide down into 1 and 2 with Belcher with the advantage for 4th spot. Battle for the lead in 3 and 4.
Down off of turn 4. Gomes on the inside. LeBrun up top down to the stripe, and LeBrun puts his number at the top of the leaderboard. They come off of turn number 2 as they come down into 3. LeBrun edges out. Gomes battles back. Down off of turn 4 they come.
What a battle out front. Luke LeBrun to the lead. Contact in 1 and 2 between LeBrun and Gomes. They go down the back stretch. LeBrun skates away with the lead.
Battle for 4th. side by side down the back straightaway. You got the 35 of Belcher. You got the 38 of Souza. They race side by side. Trouble through turns 1 and 3 and 4. The 47 of Jared Freitas gets out. Trouble for Pellin through turns 1 and 2. Gets sent around. Jeremy Lilly nowhere to go, makes contact, and we are slowed up for the second time at lap number 19.
Contact over there. Is it between Bobby Pellin, Ty Lally are involved. Jared Freitas spun over in 4, corrected it, and slowed by our second caution here. Luke LeBrun, your leader. Andrew Gomes, second. Charlie Rose, third. Chase Belcher, fourth. And Connor Souza, fifth right now. That is your top 5. 19 laps in, 26 to go here in our Everett's Auto Parts late model race.
Bobby Pellin not happy after the contact that sent him around, which is going to make things interesting. Don't forget, we're 45 laps instead of the regular 25 tonight.
Absolutely.
So that's still time to work himself up through the field.
We shall see how it'll all play out. Of course, if you were with us just 2 weeks ago.
From Long Island on a regular basis, Connecticut, it's fantastic to see. Field is set. Ready to go. 19 out of 45 are complete. Luke LeBrun sets the pace off of turn number 4, gets up on the throttle, and we're underway one more time. LeBrun up front. Here comes Gomes trying to battle back on the outside, but the 91 of Rose slides in on the inside.
Charlie Rose right to the back bumper of Luke LeBrun and battling for position with Andrew Gomes down into 1 and 2. It gets to get hot and heavy down the back stretch.
Chase Belcher sits in the 4th spot. Connor Souza 5th. Hedges trying to get back up. Sideways contact with Brittany Campbell. They both try to gather it back in. We stay green. Campbell comes to a stop up there, and the 97 making a little bit of contact as well. But the caution coming out for the big sips. Chuck Auto Parts, number 8 of Brittany Campbell. And Almeida had absolutely nowhere to go as he was trying to go around her.
So,
Sarah.
Lights will be out on the Bristol Toyota Pace Truck. We're going 5:24 to go. With the call, the race voice, Kevin Boucher.
Field is set, ready to go off at turn number 4. 21 laps, just shy of the halfway. We're back underway as a green flag unfurls. Down into turn 1 they go. LeBrun down to the inside. Rose up top. Here comes Belcher up into the 3rd spot. Look at the 11 of Vanessa up into the 5th spot looking for 4th. And a crossover move by Rose, dives down to the inside.
Here comes Charlie Rose battling with Luke LeBrun down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Charlie Rose to the lead.
And no sooner there, here comes LeBrun back down on the inside, rubbing down into turn 1, as Ben Dodge would say, clanging like 2 cymbals in an orchestra. Settles in back behind. Rose goes back on the attack. Tries to sneak in down low. Here comes Gomes and Belcher. Behind them, the 38 of Connor Souza as they race down into 3 and 4. Rose back down to the inside.
As they battle up front, if you're Andrew Gomes, you got to be looking for that opportunity. So are you if you're Chase Belcher. The leaders continue to battle. Andrew Gomes right there in 3rd, Chase Belcher in 4th, and Connor Souza in 5th, down into 3 and 4.
LeBrun on the outside, still hanging tight. Rose down on the inside. Gomes, Belcher, and Souza, your top 5. 6th is the 11 of Vanessa. 7th is Murray. 8th is Pelland. 9th is the 22 of Jennison, with Burns rounding out the top 10. Here comes Rose trying again on the inside.
Charlie Rose on the inside, down into 1 and 2. Not enough there. Luke LeBrun down the backstretch continues to lead. Connor Souza up to 3rd now. Chase Belcher 4th and Andrew Gomes 5th with Ryan Vanessa right there in 6th.
28 laps up on the board, and Connor Souza has come to life, and he is starting to charge hard towards the top of the field. Gomes loose off the corner. Here comes Vanessa taking a look down on the inside. They race down to 3. Door handle to door handle while Rose continues to haunt the 27 of LeBrun.
Will it be back-to-back for Charlie Rose, or will it be the second win in 2025 for Luke LeBrun? They continue to battle off 4. 30 laps on the board here, 15 to go at the stripe.
Down into 1 and 2 they go. Still LeBrun setting the pace. and these two do not mind racing hard. Look at the battle for fifth, 3 wide. Pellin dives it down to the inside of Vaness, takes over the spot while Gomes gets away with fourth.
As they continue to battle up front, Connor Souza has continued to reel the leaders in, closing ever so slightly in that third position. Off 4, Luke LeBrun continues to lead.
LeBrun doing all he can to hold off the charges. Charging Charlie down to the inside, sticks a nose up underneath one more time. They race down into 3 and 4. Side by side for the lead. They come down to the stripe. LeBrun still hangs on with 12 laps remaining.
12 more circuits around. The battle intense up front between Charlie Rose and Luke LeBrun. Connor Souza continues to close in that third spot, and they battle single file behind them all the way back through the pack. 34 on the board. Charlie Rose, Luke LeBrun leading down the backstretch.
Rose still trying to work that bottom lane, but LeBrun strong on the outside. They come off of turn number 4. Still 3/4 length down into 1. Rose throws it in hard and deep down on the inside. LeBrun up on the outside. They're even Steven as they enter 3. Rose takes a lead. LeBrun looks back on the inside with a crossover.
And what a battle here. 9 laps to go. Luke LeBrun, Charlie Rose continuing to battle. Connor Souza right to the back bumper now of Luke LeBrun in 3 and 4.
While these two continue to play with each other, Connor Souza on the charge, takes a look down to the inside, settles it in back behind. Down through turns 1 and 2. LeBrun, Rose, now Souza. A 3-car dogfight at the top of the field. Rose, little bit of contact, slides in down on the inside.
Connor Souza in the catbird seat, watching these two battle, waiting for that perfect opportunity. Right to the back bumper of the leaders again in 3 and 4. Charlie Rose and Luke LeBrun continue to battle.
Rose slides it up high. Connor Souza down to the inside, but Murray was there. The lap car thwarting off that 3-wide charge. 5 laps to go this time. Rose and LeBrun putting a clinic on at the top of the field. They roll off the corner down to the stripe. LeBrun back to the top of the leaderboard.
You can paint the top 3 with a brush here. Charlie Rose, Luke LeBrun. Here comes Souza battling as Rose got loose.
Rose threw it in a little bit too hard that time. Burnt up that right rear. Here comes Souza trying to go on the attack. On the 91 is LeBrun. Back out front down into 1 and 2.
They're single file now up front. LeBrun, Rose, Souza, 1, 2, 3, all under a blanket right there. It'll be 3 laps to go as they cross the stripe. Luke LeBrun leads in 1 and 2.
Charlie Rose is running out of laps to make another attack as they roll down the back straightaway. Connor Souza is settled into the 3-roll. Twin sticks in the air as they come off of 4. LeBrun, Rose, Souza, nose to tail across the stripe down into 1 and 2.
That Chuckrin Auto Parts black and green number 27 continues to pace the field down the backstretch into 3 and 4, coming to the white flag. This time, one more time around for Luke LeBrun.
Luke LeBrun looking to become the first repeat winner in the late models this year. Leads it down the back straightaway by 2 car lengths now over Charlie Rose into 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Round 1 of the Everett Auto Parts Triple Crown goes to your defending champion, Luke LeBrun. Charlie Rose in for second. Third to Connor Souza. Fourth to the 35 of Chase Belcher and Andrew Gomes, rounding out the top 5.
Coming home 6th in the number 30 was Jacob Burns. 7th, Bobby Pellin III. 8th, Ryan Vaness Jr. 9th went to Mark Jennison. 10th, Richie Murray. 11th, Ray Lovelace. 12th, Manny Diaz. 13th, Nate Tracy. 14th, Bill Goodrow. 15th, David Luigi. 16th, Jared Freitas. 17th, Tom Murray. 18th, Brittany Campbell. 19th, Tyler Almeida. 20th to Josh Hedges. 21st to John Silva. 22nd to Tyler Lallier. And rounding out the field was Jeremy Lilly. As Kevin makes his way down to talk with our podium finishers here in our
as he rolls down to the start-finish line for the second win of 2025. Charlie's going to be the second one over to congratulate him. First one, of course, was Steve Bowden. Big smile on both of these drivers' faces. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, after that late model win, round 1 of the Everett Auto Parts Triple Crown, Luke LeBrun. We'll give him a second to catch his breath because you know he is out of it now. Luke, What a show. Congratulations on holding on for that win.
Oh, man, Jesus Christ. I mean, that was probably the hardest I had to drive the wheels off this thing. I knew we had a fast car today. I knew Charlie and all these other guys were going to be fast, so we put our heads down. I tried to put on the best race for all the fans out here tonight, and we came out with the winner. I'll take that.
Tell us about that battle, the crossovers, the everything you could do, the swapping paint and everything else. How much of that was hard driving, and how much did any of it even cross the line? Because from where I was sitting, it didn't, but you're behind the wheel, bud.
I mean, Charlie's such a great racer. I mean, he's probably been racing here since, I wasn't even born. So, I mean, the amount of laps that guy has around here to come out here and race against these guys hard, crossing them over, in my opinion, that's good, hard racing. So he raced me hard last week. Definitely wasn't going to have that easy. So gave him the best shot we could this week, and we took it.
You certainly did. I know you got a lot of people to thank.
Yeah, huge thanks to my dad. Me and him really put in all we can really do to win these races. It's not easy. It's not cheap. So huge thanks to him. Huge thanks to my Uncle Tom for coming out, Huey Bowser. My mom, it's too bad she can't come today. Chuckrin Auto Parts are coming out with us this year. Sister Thrift, LeBrun and Sons. This was awesome.
It looked awesome. Congratulations. What a way to do it. Round one of the Everett Auto Parts Triple Crown goes to Luke LeBrun in a thrilling happier second place finisher. And you look like you just won the Turkey Derby.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun racing Luke like that, yeah. Last week was a little different, Today, these two guys are going to race like that a lot. When they're both good cars, you got to race like that. And that was awesome racing right there.
You threw it into one a little bit too hard. Did you burn up the right rear at that point?
I don't know what I burned up. I was just racing. I don't even know you could tell. I don't even know what the car's doing right now. All I know is I was just racing the shit out of it.
Well, I know you had the fans on their feet, you two, and I know that's what you really enjoy, sliding around, pushing it hard, the crossovers and everything else.
That was fun, the crossing back and forth. I got him, and he got you over, cross him over, back over again. That's what racing's all about right there. That's fun.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, the usual guys. I mean, Kevin from Simpsons, Scott from Hawkins. I had to thank my new guy, buddy, Ron and his wife from F&M Maintenance, Kenny Rigo, Rich from Helga South Coast Power Equipment, Jerry D., Kevin again, Woodruff Brothers, John, B&M Maintenance, Mike. About it, my mom and dad, all my guys that come out and help me every week and work on the car, and Kevin, Kyle, everybody that shows up, and we have a good time. Tonight's fun.
Great run for second. Charlie Rose in for the number 2 spot. And Connor Souza, you were closing fast. And car looked real good coming up through the pack. You finally got this car just about where you're looking to get it.
Yeah, it took us a little while. We were trying some new things, and we finally figured this car out. And big thanks to Jeff Bellier and Vinny Aranagano for giving me a hand, because I don't think we would have gotten to the track this year without them guys. So big thank you to them and my parents, because they do everything they can so I can be out here. So I just want to thank them first before anything else.
Coming up through the pack tonight, looked like you were having a lot of fun. The car looked real strong. When you got up to third and started closing in on these two, you tried a couple of times to get a run on the inside, and then Charlie got loose in front of you. Did you just back off and settle, or did something happen?
No, I had to settle out. Definitely the closing rate, I realized I should have won tonight, and if I really wanted to be aggressive and move both of these guys out of the way, I could have, but I didn't want to do it that way. That's not the right way. I was kind of hoping those two guys were going to wreck each other, but it just didn't pan out that way, and I had to settle for third.
It's a good way to settle for third. I know you got a lot of people you want to thank.
Yeah, like I said, big thank you to my parents and Jeff and Vinny, but thanks to Monroe Dairy, Titan Vet Clinic, Little Webb's Tires and Fuel, the Hamilton Diner, the Sacred Cow, Nats Racing Engines for giving me the best motor we can have, and everybody else that helps us out.
Great run. Congratulations. Third place. How about a round